Welcome to One on One, coming to you from Baraton TV, here and hereafter. Once again, we have our Associate Treasurer from West Kenya Union Conference highlighting us on church finances. You know, this money we give in church, I think it's good to understand after we put in that offering bag, where does it go and how can we use it in a better way? The last time we were with him, he told us how the money is collected, tithe, offering, and you know, you can still find that clip and go back to the YouTube channel and be able to collect it and re-listen again. But we ended by saying that a local church needs a budget. And that budget will even make the church run in a very smooth way. It is good for the pastor, good for the leaders, good for the members. Amen. But now, Brother Jared, we had said that there is a tithe. It goes to the conference.
Yes.
Then 50% the offering goes to the conference. The other 50% we said, let's budget it at the local church.
You're right.
And use it.
Very true.
Now let's talk about what has gone to the conference. What does this money do? Who eats this money? Yeah.
Wonderful. That's a very good question.
Yes.
Because you know, the notion out there in the Christian world, many people may feel like the pastor in my church takes all the money that
is collected.
Received. So the member would say, if I like the pastor, I will give more.
If I don't like the pastor,
don't like him, then I will return it or I keep it to myself.
Because you think it goes directly to the pastor.
His pocket. Or
but it is now clear the pastor doesn't even touch that money.
It doesn't touch the money.
Yes.
For the tithe offering, just as we had mentioned in the other presentation, 10%, the whole of it is taken to the headquarters that we call the conference.
Or field.
Yes.
Yes.
And the other two remains.
Yes.
First of all, the reason behind all this is that we want, the church needs a centralized way of handling money so that the money can be used to cover all the needs of the church.
Yeah, and the territory where that is covered,
yes, very fairly and equitably.
Yes, yes.
And so if the tithe goes to the conference, what does it go to do? If you look at the history in the Bible, you will notice that tithe was given to support the gospel, and specifically the gospel workers. In the Bible, in the book of Leviticus, it mentions clearly that the Levites were to eat of the gospel. And Paul repeats the same in the New Testament, that those who preach the gospel live of the gospel.
Yes.
And so all of those God's people who have dedicated their lives to serve are going to be paid their salary and their living from the tithe.
So you say the tithe that is received at the conference is used to pay salaries for gospel workers.
For gospel workers.
Who are pastors.
Who are pastors.
Who are employed to preach.
Who are employed to preach. That is their work. They do it 24 hours a day. Yes.
So that's what that money does.
That is what that money does.
And the salary of the pastor doesn't increase or fall depending on how the congregation gave.
No. That's the beauty of the equitability we are talking about.
So that a pastor in an area where the people may not be financially well-to-do, they will also still get equal pastoral services.
Exactly.
Without feeling like because that area is not giving much, they get poor pastoral services.
Very true.
So for fairness, the money goes to the conference.
The money goes to the conference, and then the conference leadership will distribute the labor of the pastorate in all the territory where God's people are worshiping.
And the pastors are paid because they need to focus on the gospel.
Exactly. That is
They have children who go to school.
Yes.
Sometimes they get unwell, they need medication.
You are correct.
And they may need a living allowance to improve their house, to buy a few seats and clothes.
That is true.
Because the pastors don't engage in business.
Very true.
They are not supposed to engage in business.
They are not supposed to engage because it will distract their mind from the very core work of salvation of souls.
And that's why we need to give a tithe to support the pastors.
Exactly.
So that their minds don't stray into selling cars.
Yes, into selling cars.
Selling clothes.
Some biashara, the businesses of shops or whatever. Something that may take their attention and
from the gospel work, which is very important.
Which is very key in their work.
You know, I remember something God told Moses when he was preparing to get the Israelites into the promised land. That give land to the 11 tribes. But the Levites
don't.
He says, I will be their inheritance.
Very true.
And so for the pastors, their inheritance is God.
Is God himself.
So as pastors, we are not supposed to be engaged in any business whatsoever. Focus on gospel work.
Yes.
Give our best to the gospel work.
Exactly. Give your entire time
Yes,
to the gospel
to
work.
the gospel work.
Yeah, and that can only happen if you are also there, you are being supported from there.
By the members.
By the members themselves.
But if the members are not giving a faithful tithe, and now I have no salary,
Yes.
and children are hungry,
Yes.
I will start keeping cows, selling milk.
Yes.
I will start doing this and that so that my children can survive.
Yes, which is a very realistic move.
Yeah, because what else do I do?
Yeah, sincerely. Sincerely. So that means when God's people become faithful, you are actually ensuring that all of God's children, not even in your church alone, now in the entire territory, receive this pastoral care when you give a faithful tithe.
Wow.
And by the way, I forgot to even mention, it does not stop at the conference.
Yes.
This is not going to support only the pastorate
In
within
that
conference area.
Or field, yes.
Yes. When we give, there is some percentage also that is divided from the conference to a higher level of the church structure.
Oh, so you are saying this money keeps going up
Yes, it keeps
to support
going up.
the work at a wider level.
Exactly.
You know, the pleasure, Brother Jared, is to know that that money I put in that bag is blessing God's work around the world.
Entire world.
The pastors are living on that.
Yes.
At my local conference.
At the local conference that probably
at the union.
At the union level.
At the division and general conference.
Exactly. Exactly. The general conference being the whole world. So whatever I give here will impact even the ministry and the work in Papua New Guinea.
Anywhere
Vietnam,
in the world.
Anywhere where even probably God's people have not heard of the message.
Because I give.
Because you give, it will reach there.
Wow.
And you know.
So when it goes to the conference, it doesn't stop there.
It doesn't stop
It keeps going up.
It keeps going there. Actually, that is, for one reason, is of course what we have said, to support the mission worldwide.
Yes.
The second reason is for accountability. Because even the leaders at the conference give to a higher level who are accountable to a higher, to a wider geographical area. Who also give to the leaders at the highest level, who are accountable now to the whole world. So when I give here, you are sure that what you have sacrificed
every cent
will count from down here to the highest level, and it will go to serve even where you cannot reach.
So what I gave has been accounted at the local church by a budget.
Exactly.
And then at the conference, it is accounted by the conference treasurer.
Yes.
And then the union treasurer.
Exactly.
All the way to the general conference treasurer.
Yes.
And the financial reports are available. They are not secret.
Always, they are available in those committees where we have representations of members. All those statements are read very openly.
Openly, and everyone can access.
Question,
and interrogate it.
Very true, very true.
So the money is sure in their use. Just tell us maybe how offerings are used now. How offerings are used.
Thank you so much.
These not the ones in the local church.
Yes.
That one we cleared in the other program.
You are right.
Now the offerings that have gone to the conference. And I know there is even camp meeting offering goes there. How is it used?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The offering, when it goes to the conference office, has a very special use.
Okay.
Let me start with the offering, then the camp offering.
Yes.
The offering in itself, number one, supports the world mission of the church.
Yes.
Apart from the tithe that supports the salaries and the allowances of the ministers and the gospel workers, we also have other activities that are evangelistic in nature, saving souls, like sending missionaries to other countries, like building centers of influence like hospitals,
facilities that are required,
and educational centers that are spiritual, that will bring up education, children that are spiritual. All those things that are evangelistic in nature come from the offering.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I'm to support the traveling of some missionaries to very far lands where the gospel has not reached, supporting evangelistic crusades, all this comes from the offerings.
Okay.
And by the way, the camp offering also does the same.
Okay.
The camp offering, actually from our setup, we normally say around 75% of it goes to evangelism.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And then a part of it, like 25%, or sometimes it is decided based on the need, goes to construct infrastructure that
are
will
required.
be used for the gospel also.
So there is already a plan for this money.
Very clear
So
plan.
when the money goes, there is a plan.
There is a plan for it. In fact, in the camp offering, some of it is also allocated to come back and support churches. That's what we normally call the come back. If you give camp offering, it does not only benefit other people. A small part of it, depending on how it is organized, will come back and support the local church functions. You have you are building probably a pastor's house where the pastor will be housed.
So the conference may give. So but it needs to be clear that we should not give camp offering. Then in the following month, say, where is our camp back?
Where is the expectation?
It depends on the need
yes.
and the decision of the conference.
Very true.
They say, okay, we think there is need in that church, and they send an amount. It is now at their liberty to make that decision.
Exactly, because to be honest, there are areas where the members are completely vulnerable. They don't have much.
So they need support.
They need a lot of support.
Yes.
That is where the support goes, so that the gospel can grow evenly. Other places do not grow faster, but there is no problem. But there are those places that are very needy.
Now something.
Yes.
At your level at the union, you must be seeing the needs of the church.
Yes.
Can somebody ever give too much to exhaust the work? Because sometimes there are people who give little because they have given too much. But it's good to understand how much work is out there. Because Jesus said, the fields are ready, but the workers are few.
Very true.
Because some people feel, I would have given tithe of 100,000, but what will these people do with it?
With this money.
Let me give 50.
Only, that's enough.
We need to understand how much work is there. Is there anyone who can ever give too much that now there will be nothing to do with the money?
No. The truth is this. Jesus said that the harvest truly is plenty.
Yes.
But the harvesters are few.
Yes.
So the laborers are few. Yes. We need more labor.
Yes.
You know, outside there, the devil has made it to look the opposite.
Yes.
That the laborers are many, but the harvest is few.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite, and it's not true.
The laborers are few.
The laborers are few.
So what you are saying, we need more pastors.
We need more pastors.
But we can't hire pastors without money.
Exactly. We need to support them.
Yes.
We need finances to support, because you know the truth is this, Pastor.
Yes.
Jesus is coming very soon.
Yes.
But if you look at the reality of the world, there are so many people who still need to listen to the last message, the last warning, for them to come to God.
But
how will we do that if we do not have finances to reach them?
We don't have enough facilities.
Yes, we don't have the facilities. We don't have enough pastors. In several areas, you will notice one pastor has how many churches to take care of? Almost
too many churches.
15. Other places, even 20 churches. How can he be able to take care of those members and reaching them spiritually if he has too many of them?
And so what we are saying in short, nobody can ever give too much.
No.
Just give faithfully.
Give faithfully as the Spirit will lead you. Of course, for tithe, God does not want more than 10% or less than 10%.
Yes.
For tithe, however much you're earning, however little, give a faithful 10%. It is not yours, it belongs to God. For offering, Pastor and dear viewer, you give as much as the Spirit of God touches you to give.
And in case you feel you have too much money that your local church cannot handle, are you free to give to the conference directly?
Question.
Because I may feel, like if I give this local church 200,000, none of them has ever seen 200,000.
Yes.
These people may be tempted.
You are correct.
So what do you say?
I thank God because of this structure that we just talked about the conference and the union. There is nothing wrong when a member gives or deposits his tithe or offering straight to the conference account based on your conscience. Because to be honest, sometimes you may want to have more confidence in the wider leadership of the church because of probably the goal or the vision God has given you to give. So if you want to give a lot of money and still remain probably incognito, you don't want people to know
you
that
can
I'm
still
the one,
do that.
Give it to the conference directly, and when it goes to the conference account, from there, they will plan those wonderful activities that you have in your mind, the mission.
And it will be done.
And it will be done faithfully.
So what you are saying, we also run a confidential system.
Exactly.
So treasurers deacons, even at the local church, don't reveal what people gave.
Yes.
I hope you are listening.
Yes.
Don't reveal what people gave. It's confidential.
It is confidential.
One last word to our viewer,
Yes.
Brother Jared, and we thank you so much for creating time in Baraton TV. What is the one last word that you want to tell our viewer on church finances as we wind up?
Thank you, dear viewer. I want to thank God for the opportunity He gave us to support the gospel.
Yes.
The opportunity He gave us to be a co-worker with Him.
Yes.
To be honest, when I give to support the work of God,
Yeah.
I am literally becoming a life saver.
Yes.
So when I give, even though I cannot reach that person,
Yes.
the money that I have sacrificed from my pocket to give to the Lord
Yes.
will ensure that a soul is saved out there. And one day, you will meet that soul in heaven. And
Wow.
what joy that will be when you see someone whom, out of your sacrifice, has finally
Made it to the kingdom of God.
Amen.
Thank you so much, dear viewer. Thank you for listening to us. This is One on One coming to you from Baraton TV, here and hereafter. Like it, subscribe it, and share it. God
Amen.
bless you.
Amen.
Baraton TV, here and hereafter.
Amen.